folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. So make it a great night, folks, and a great week. This is a quote from Bernard Bernstein. Miracles happen to those who believe in them. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 54, NASDAQ off 10, S&P's off 6.5, gold contract up $2.90, traded at $1,218 an ounce. Silver flat at $17.53 an ounce. Platinum up 9 at $1,309 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.04 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1 at $94.54 a barrel. Bonds, you have the 10-year up 10 ticks at 124.24. 30-year up 19 ticks at 138.07. King dollar down 52 ticks at 86.71. The euro up 8 at 126, and the yen trading up 14 at 109.43. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. It was called, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay. We get down to 1964, cash S&P. We're at 1973. I suspect we're going to have light volume out here today. We're going to get some kind of a end of the month bounce here, which for all you bears is going to be a beautiful thing because you get a shot to reshot the whole market here. If we take a look at the SPY, what we have inside the SPY, this is what you have. SPY weak, big time. Bottom line gets to 196.05, which did get below the low of last Thursday, which was 196.27. You get a rejection of lower price, and you're going to have lighter volume. This setup, though, is really cool, folks, because this setup, I don't expect a big bounce in here. The SPY, yeah, you can get to about another $1 up. And time-wise, we're dealing with the next few days. You know, the end of the month tomorrow, next couple of days, and that's about it. Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. What you have with the Dow is this. Dow Industrials got down to a price point of 16,934, rejected that price, which 17,051. You know, the Dow can probably get into 17,159, another $100 up. NASDAQ Composite. Inside the Composite, we have Composite traded to a low out here today of 4464. The low of last Thursday was 4466. You're going to have lighter volume also. NASDAQ, you know, let's see, 4542. Yeah, the NASDAQ can bounce to 4542, somewhere around there. We take a look at the 3 Qs. Inside the 3 Qs, 1, 2, 3. Inside the 3 Qs, what you have is that, let's see. So Thursday's low was 97.70, and we get to 97.75. Now, see, what this is what's really cool. So the 3 Qs didn't get to the low, and you're bouncing on 25 million. So you're going up versus 68 on the way down. So what that is still setting up is a larger ABC structure on the way down. This market's setting up nice, folks. Big time, too. 877-927-6648. Now, let's go over and we take a look at the gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold out here, we're at 12.18. You're up $2. I expect what you're going to see here, gold has to build some cause in order to get to higher price. You know, you basically came down for approximately 3-4 weeks straight. We'll see what kind of cause this can build in order to get up into higher price. The bond market just continues to go higher with strength, by the way. TYZ4 bond market out here. What we did is that you have 973,000 contracts in the 10-year today. That's pushing with some juice in it. Friday, you pushed with big juice. Friday, we got to, the 10-year got to 124.29. And bottom line is that you are pushing into those levels with volume. The 10-year wants to trade up to this 125.21 level. 30-year, we take a look at the 30-year bond. What we have with the 30-year bond, that is at 138.08 right now. That level, that 138.08, she wants to get up to this 139.02, and we'll see what kind of juice she has up at that level. King dollar. What do you have with King dollar? Well, King dollar's been extended, no doubt. She got up to a high today, flat market after the high. You know, we'll see whether she wants to pull back. My take is that she does want to pull back a bit. The extension is pretty dramatic. The volume has been dying on the vine. A normal pullback in King dollar can bring you down to 83.99, and right now we're at 85.71. What we do have happening out here is the type of volatility, folks, that bottom line each and every day, what you're going to see is that the surprises will be to the downside. That's how this thing is shaken out. If we go across the world, what we had last night is this. You had Hang Seng down 1.9%. They're having trouble in Hong Kong. Europe out here today, you had the CAT off 0.8%. The DAX was off 0.7. The FTSE was flat. Brazil's getting absolutely smoked right now. That's down 4%, which is pretty intense. Our markets aren't down really at all. You have the Dow down 0.3. The S&Ps are off 0.4, and the NASDAQ is down 0.2. Now, we have a Nadex $10,000 cash giveaway this week. And what we will see is this. Remember, the way this works, folks, is this, is that the contest started today. It goes until Friday. Each and every trading day, if you just make a trade, you will be eligible for the 5 separate $100 cash prizes. So if you haven't made a trade out there yet, guess what? You have plenty of time to go make it. Make that trade right now. That gets you in the random drawing for those five $100 cash prizes. We will have that leaderboard up tomorrow morning. That leaderboard will be up each and every day as to who's leading right now. And the volatility in this market is absolutely incredible. And inside that platform, of course, you've heard that ad many times, is that your trade is your stop. And so check it out. If you haven't made a trade yet, make sure you do make one. If you had a problem logging in or you didn't get your login, or what happens with email, of course, is that we all get so much email you might have missed it. You can email us at contest@tfnn.com and call the office, and we'll get that just straightened out for you. 877-927-6648. This market's a trip. You're going to love it. So if we look at the Dow right now, where it's at... it's only down 39 bucks. You had been as low as 934 on the way down, so you're talking about that's a big mark from compared to where we were this morning. If you take a look at the future market, what you had down here, the futures ESZ4, the futures at one point were down like 19 points. There she is. We take a look at the future market. What you have with the futures right now, we're at let's see. 1955 is the low out here, and bottom line, you're at 1970 right now. You know, so what you do have is that you get a bounce happening there, and what that is doing is setting up a much larger ABC structure on the way down. The cash, the future S&Ps still are in the lower range. 1977.75 would get it in the higher range. Some of the high volume stocks in this low volume market out here. You have Tibco Software. They're getting taken over. They're up $4 bucks. Athon Energy. This must be a takeover too. That's up $11. Trading. That's up 25%. Yep, that's a takeover also. Okay, so we got Janus is down $1.60. You have Yahoo off 12 cents. GoPro is up $7. Oh my God! I got to look at this GoPro. This is a short squeeze extraordinaire, folks. So you get GoPro right now up $7. Look at this, amazing. And how big? Now you get a 41% short position. I've been watching this thing. This thing just keeps getting higher and higher, man. This is intense. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Right now, the Dow's down 39. NASDAQ is off 6. S&Ps are off 5.5. We're going to be right back.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now is down 32. NASDAQ is off 4. S&Ps are down 2.5. And what we are going to be seeing out here, folks, in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks is going to be the 2008 financial debacle coming back in the act of AIG. And what we're talking about is that American International Group, that trial started today. And what that trial is all about, folks, is that AIG feels that the government extorted, basically huge amounts of equity off the shareholders in order to bail out all the banks. So this is going to be not only a great trial that hopefully we all will get some transparency out of what actually came down at the Federal Reserve and the government as to how they were bailing out all these banks. The allegation inside the suit. So the suit is from AIG and Hank Greenberg against the U.S. government. And what the allegation is that Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, all of these banks basically got loans at a very low interest rate, and the government didn't take any equity off of them, when in fact the banks are the ones that made the mortgages. AIG insured the mortgages, never made a mortgage, and what the allegation is from AIG is that they are saying that the government decided that it was a back-end way in order to bail out the banks because the public, you and I, at that point were kind of fed up with the amount of money that the government was giving the banks in return for fraudulent behavior. The trial started today, and in the first part of the trial, which is pretty amazing actually, AIG's lawyer was saying, okay, as we walk through this, there's a lot of different things that have happened since then, and one of them is that the banks have paid huge amounts of settlements for fraudulent behavior. So that part of it they feel they don't have to prove. So this is going to be wild watching this shake out, because what you are going to have is you're going to have Ben Bernanke testifying, you're going to have Henry Paulson testifying, you're going to have Timothy Geithner testifying. And of course, the last thing that any of these folks that are in power want to do is to testify. And this is great. One of the targets had a question in the den, and shouldn't AIG sue the banks? Well, what happened inside of that settlement is that when the U.S. government took the 80% equity in AIG, the government signed a settlement with all the banks after they, and by the way, folks, the banks got paid 100% on their insurance, including, you know, I mean, it's pretty, well, anyway, they got paid 100%. But inside the settlement, once the government took 80% of AIG, the government turned around and made a separate deal with all the banks that AIG couldn't sue the banks. Okay, so, you know, hey, we'll see where this shakes out. I think it's something that we all should follow, though, as to see exactly who knew what, and was this a backdoor entry in order to basically bail out the banks. My take on this, by the way, goes that Greenberg's going to win. And I suspect what's going to happen, actually, and it's going to be wild watching the politics on this, because I cannot picture Bernanke or the Bernanke in general. But you see, it's interesting. What I was going to say, I can't picture them on the stand basically having to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You know? And so, yeah, as our man Dave White's saying, last minute settlement, I expect that that's what we're going to get. And they're going to get there, you know, the suit's for $40 billion, which is pennies. You know, we'll find out who comes down. Will it make any difference? You know, we'll find out. I'd love to be able to see this thing. I'd love to be able to see them testify, though, because then what we would get, we would get some real clarity as to how bureaucracies work, how the Fed works with the banks, and if, in fact, are they in one big bed. You know, because we can all speculate a million times about how everything works, but guess what? There's enough players there, meaning with Hank Paulson, with Bernanke, with Tim Geithner, and you know, when you are testifying in a federal trial, I can't picture any of them. They're going against one of the best attorneys in the world that is representing AIG, and I can just picture that, you know, they, bottom line, will have to answer up. And as one of the same Tiger says, and it's not that AIG is lily white. That's not the question. What the question is that AIG absolutely did not write those mortgages. The banks wrote the mortgages. AIG guaranteed the mortgages. The argument at the time of bailing out AIG was that every bank would go down. And that's fine. But the fact of the matter is the government bailed out every bank. All right, the banks will go down. And they didn't take their equity. And that's shareholder equity. So we'll see what this baby shakes out. 877-927-6648. The ever-ready bunny, meaning this market, comes all the way back up. Right now, the Dow's only down 23. And if we take a look at the NASDAQ right now, the NASDAQ is all of down 1. We're at 45.10. The NASDAQ had been down, let's see, what, 45 bucks. And right now we're down 1. The way the setup is, though, if we let's go to the IWM for a second. The IWM, what the IWM did out here, that's down 26, but really a sideways move. That's also a building cause to get into these lower prices of that 107. The oil and gas, if we take a look at ExxonMobil, what you have with ExxonMobil right now, there she is. ExxonMobil hit a low out here today. Have some juice behind the deal. ExxonMobil, once ExxonMobil got below 96, folks, 96.25, we're at 94.68. That little baby wants to get into the, yeah, we're inside the lower range right now. Once you're inside the lower range, ExxonMobil wants to run into, oh God, 81? The highs of that is 81. Yeah, you're talking some big numbers here. You're talking 81. Yeah, that's some big numbers, no doubt. Chevron, we go take a look at Chevron, CVX. Chevron went to a lower low today. Looks like it's going to reject lower price right now, but that also is setting an ABC structure on the way down. It's setting the B to C up. Some of the Dow stocks, you get American Express down 36 cents. Disney's up 28. Oxy's off 101. Big Mac is up $1.85. Let's go to Big Mac, MCD. Because, you know, Big Mac was going south. It turned around last week. Okay, so this is going to be deviant. So check this out. So McDonald's had gone from 103 last 6 months down to 90. You get a sign of strength out here today. So it'll be interesting to see how it pulls back after the sign of strength. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. Be coming right back. Dow Industrials down 23. NASDAQ off 2. S&Ps are off 3. Gonna be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization execution capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 26. NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are down 2. And, folks, if you happen to be in the St. Pete, Fort Lauderdale, St. Pete, Clearwater, Tampa, Orlando area, coming this Thursday night. If you have an interest in the Tiger Real Estate First Mortgage Program, I'm going to be doing a dinner presentation. You can go into Breaking News at TFNN, and I'm going to be doing a dinner presentation at the Bel Air Country Club. That's going to be at 6:30 to 8 o'clock. All the details are there on the front page. If you happen to be across the country, what you can do is right under Breaking News, you'll see First Mortgage Program, Secured Investment. What that is, you click that. I put about a 5-minute video together as to how this first mortgage program works. We're offering 5% interest, 4-year program. That 5% is an annual interest rate. It's paid monthly. The properties are fully leased. They're brand new, meaning we bought them, we did them over. You are paid monthly, and it's a 4-year balloon note. And the amount of loan that we're looking for is 70% of the value of the property. This is a great program if you happen to be in the CD market or you have extra cash that you do not need for 4 years. That's the essence of it. If we do sell that property within 18 months, you still are guaranteed that you get 18 months interest no matter when we sell that property. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. If you want to see it in person, you can go over to TFNN, hit the first one, which is the dinner presentation, and you can be there in person. If you want to hit the second one, and if you want the information, just email us at tigerfund@tfnn.com. Market-wise out here, what you have is this, is that volatility is in here in spades. What is really wild is that Oppenheimer came out today and said that it's great that volatility is back in the marketplace. That's what, that means that we're going to have better markets. Bottom line, folks, that's insanity. Volatility in the marketplace, by the way, folks, okay, means, which is really wild, too. Volatility means you go down. There's no doubt that volatility really should mean you go up and down. What in the marketplace, however, when it's volatile, guess what? That is when surprises come to the downward side. So we'll see exactly how this does shake out. Alibaba. So Alibaba, what you have with Alibaba, this was the first day that options are traded on Alibaba. That's down $1.66 today. And if we take a look at them, let's just see what some of those premiums are. So right now they're running out. That's not that bad. They're running out at about 5% premium. And the money, 88. Yeah, it's about a 5% premium. That's not that bad. When I've seen, if we go over to Apple, Apple is running it sometimes at 10% premiums. Apple closed over that 100.72 number again last week. Still has no juice, but the bottom line is that every time that you're over that number, that is saying that Apple has a chance to get to higher price. That number is the highs that were generated in September. September? Yeah, September 21st of last year. Man, we're almost up. No, we are. Of 2012, rather. It's 2014. You got to be kidding me. You know what blows my mind? Think about that. That was the first high in Apple. That feels like yesterday. Anyway, bottom line, it's 100.72. We've been over those highs now for 6 weeks in a row. Just barely, by the way. Basically, Apple has been teetering over these highs. So we'll see inside the India. Oh, I know. Okay, so check this out. The IBB, folks, and I want to thank our man Jeff out of New York, because he was this morning. There's no doubt he's sending me, hey, Tom, this is the only one that hasn't croaked yet. And there's no doubt. The IBB, folks, is the NASDAQ iShares Biotech Index. And this, inside of this index, okay, this is what had brought the NASDAQ down fast and furious last February. It hasn't croaked yet. There's no doubt about that. It looks that it's really close to rolling right now. Today you're up 12 cents. You've done 721,000 shares. That 721 is going into 1.4 million. And we haven't got a rejection of price yet. So right now we're at 276.24. Well, let me put this on a weekly for a second. It's really wild how this is hanging at the highs. So 275.40. Yeah, what you'd really like to see is a close below 275.40. That'll bring you back under the February levels, because the last time this went south, you talk about going south, when the NASDAQ went south, it took all of 8 weeks to go from 275 down to 207. So it was a big number, it was a fast number, and you do have volume at those lows. So that little baby wants to get tested again. So what I expect you're going to see out here, and you're going to see out here in a large way too, folks, is that the high volatility is here. It's going to get basically just as volatile each and every day, meaning one day you're up 200, next day you're down 200, next day you're up 200, next day you're down 200. This is what happens when you have large turns in the marketplace. That's the reality, and that's what I suspect that we have happening right here. If we go over and take a look at the 3 Qs, you see this correlation. 3 Qs, no doubt, have not broken yet. The 3 Qs are still at the same price that they were trading in August 22nd. We're at 98.73. Can't make it topside, but the subtle underlyings inside the 3 Qs, bottom line, say we have selling that has taken place. The low that was established last Thursday has not been tested. That low of 97.70 has some real juice behind it. It had broken the other swing, the first swing that was out there. It broke the swing of the 16th. The September 16th, you had 38 million shares. We went down with 68 million. You're up with 28 million today. That's a classic. Dead cat bounce coming into end of the month, beginning of the month window dressing. So I'd expect you're going to see out here is that we're going to see some heavy selling pressure in the next 3, 4, 5 days. It was out there today, no doubt. Now, if you're in this Nadex $10,000 giveaway, right now, folks, what you want to make sure you're doing is trading the tops of those boxes and the bottoms of those boxes. There's some dynamic trades out here, whether you're trading the currency markets, whether you're trading the commodity markets, or the indices in general. Because when we take a look at the indices in general, you got to remember something, that most of these contracts expire 2, 3, 4 hours. Out here today, it's going to be interesting to see, number one, who's on top of the leaderboard or the leaderboard in general tomorrow, and the aspect of what they've been trading. Because what we had out here right from the get-go is that this morning, the S&Ps were at 1976. They get down to 1956, and we're back to 1969. Those types of moves inside the amount of risk that you're taking for the reward inside that Nadex platform is pretty incredible. The aspect of, let's go over to Walmart for a second, because what you have at Walmart, this is going to be really intriguing too. Walmart, no doubt, largest retailer in the world, knows what they're doing. Coming across the news today was really intriguing, and the reason being is that Walmart, looking to bolster its technology know-how, named Instagram's co-founder Kevin Strom to its board. Strom's 30 years old, will serve as the Technology and E-Commerce Committee as well as Compensation Nominating and Governance Panel of the Arkansas-based company. The entrepreneur remains Chief Executive Officer of Instagram, the mobile photo-sharing application acquired by social networking website Facebook in 2012. That in itself, folks, is pretty incredible, because what you do have is that it shows the importance of the web. It shows the importance of selling online. And bottom line is that you got young blood in there, someone 30 years old, that is a co-founder of Instagram, that's still there at Instagram, and in fact is going to basically, they're going to wrap their heads around how Walmart in general is going to get more business on the web. And I suspect what a lot of this has to do with is Alibaba. Alibaba, folks, I suspect is going to be coming into this country with some heavy machinery, and we'll see where that shakes out as to how they go after, whether it's Walmart, whether it's Amazon, or eBay. This is not quite the same as China when you're starting off with a fresh pad, meaning that you don't have competition, because they don't. And there's a huge case to be made that the fact of the matter is that Alibaba got so big in China because the Chinese government would stop our companies from coming in there. With that said, though, you have a company that is huge. They know the web business in a huge way, and there's going to be some disruptive technology that's going to be happening very quickly. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials down 47. Nasdaq's up 4.5. S&Ps are up 5.5. You stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman wave sequence. Using the Chapman wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy. A set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 39. Nasdaq's off 4.5. S&Ps are off 2.5. And inside the NDX 100, let's go take a look at what's putting juice into it and take it away. Bringing juice into it, you have Micron Tech up 74 cents. Intel is up 71. You have Intuitive, Software up 174. And Syneron Corporation is up $1. Taken away from it, you have Vipul Communications off 49 cents. Man, Discovery's getting killed. Discovery Communications down 134. That's the Class A. Win is off $5, and you have Discovery B, I think. As C down $1. Let's go over to Win for a second. That's down $5, and let's see what's happening with this baby. Okay, so she's testing a high volume low. You get a high volume low and Wynn Resorts at 172.55. You're at 179 right now. That's on the daily. We put this on a weekly. Oh, this could be trouble. Okay, so watch this. Oh, yeah, this is trouble. Wow. Okay, so the high in Wynn is 249. You're at 179 right now. This baby's going to try to make her way down to 127. Put this on a monthly for a second. So what we are going to have is that the month's coming to an end. Yeah, on a monthly you get big volume. On a monthly thus far, we already have 14 million shares. That was coming into 8. So that sets up, it sets up a 125. That's big problems right there. The extension was huge. There's no doubt. You know, the extension that, basically it went over that 152, did it with lighter volume. Let's go to take a look at LVS. And what we do have, these are all getting hurt. So Las Vegas Sands right now is at $60. That never made it all the way back up. That made it to 88. The 2007 high on that was 139. Downdraft on this, though, is not as dramatic as... it might be percentage-wise, though. You're at 60. Downdraft-wise, it would be 48.95. And we'll see if, in fact, this just has to do with Macau, China, or China in general, okay? Because what you do have here is that the Hong Kong demonstrations a problem for the mainland China folks. We'll see where those shake out, but I certainly don't think they're going to basically do a 1080 square on Hong Kong demonstrations. But you just never know how bad that will get. I can't picture the world putting up with it. But what will happen is that they want their grip on Hong Kong. The folks in Hong Kong figure that they have a shot at getting a democracy going. I figure that's a long shot, but we'll see where that does shake out. What that will do, however, is this, and what it did last night. So if we go over to the Hang Seng, what it will do is that, it's going to put basically a squeeze on the Hang Seng for a bit. Hang Seng last night was down $449, monster volume. That sets up, so let's see, we did 2.2 billion shares last night. She's already inside. Yeah, she's inside the lower range again. That sets up a lot lower prices in the Hang Seng. We're at 23,229. Yeah, this is. We put this on a monthly. We put this 5-year monthly. Yeah, on a 5-year monthly, this is in trouble. On a 5-year monthly, 23,000. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Okay. So in a 5-year monthly, this is has another $3,000 to go down. So that's a big number. Brazil is getting toasted. I'm not quite sure. The Brazil market today, folks, is down 4.5%, 4.52 to be exact. And you're going to see, bottom line is that the markets right across the world, they're basically getting hit right now. Oz came all the way back today, which, is an indication also that the volatility is there, number one. My take on this is, though, that what you do have is that, see, this setup here, the SPY setup, folks, is so cool. It's amazing. And what I mean by it is this. So there's a question in the den, and let's see what it was about. I think it was about. Okay, I'm going short the NASDAQ right here. So watch this. I almost, you know, we're short the S&P right now. We closed the NASDAQ ones, made some money. And I almost, on an update earlier, folks, I was almost going to go short the NASDAQ again. And the reason I didn't is this. Watch. If you take a look at the Qs, the Qs right now are basically setting up to go downtown. There's no doubt about that. That's my take on it anyway. And it's a beautiful setup. Yeah, that's to say, okay, you can put the stop over. Yeah, I actually put the future up, NQZ4. So we put the future up. And the NQs right now are trading at 40.41. And that aspect, though, it's like, and all it did is go up to ice. You know, basically, you know, it got up to the highs that were generated out here Friday. But because you have the end of the month and the beginning of the next month, the most deviant thing this can do, okay, is basically shoot up to this 4080 again, okay? So the bottom line is that, guess what? I'm going to wait, you know? So to answer your question, yeah, I would wait on charting the NASDAQ right now. You know, it's, you know, and if we look at the Qs, the three Qs, right now we're at 98.71 and 99.46 can get hit. And at 99.46 getting hit with light volume, it'd be heaven. Heaven on earth. That's the bottom line. So we'll see where this shakes out. You know, it's going to be no doubt just it's a patience market, folks. And when you are bouncing back and forth like this, the key is, as always is keep your money management in place. That's what it really comes down to. I happen to love markets like this. Why? Because the identification is clearly out here, specifically meaning that each and every time now we're going downtown, you get explosive volume. We're going uptown just like today, very anemic. And that's an indication that each and every time this happens, you have more sellers that are coming into the marketplace, pushing equity out at highs. You know, and the NASDAQ itself is the only indice thus far that hasn't tested the lows of last Thursday. That low of last Thursday is a nice one. So, listen, folks, if you do happen to be in the St. Pete, Clearwater, Tampa area, Orlando area, you'd like to understand how the Tiger First mortgage program works, I'm going to be doing a dinner presentation coming this Thursday evening at the Bel Air Country Club. You can check it out on the front page of TFNN and register right there. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, which exist nowhere but in yourself. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials closed down 41. NASDAQ off 6.5. S&P's off 6.5. Gold contract up 90 cents at $1,216 an ounce. Silver down 6 cents at $17.47 an ounce. Platinum up $7 at $1,307 an ounce. Copper $3.04 a pound. That's flat. Light sweet crude was up 89 cents at $94.43 a barrel. Bonds, both the 10-year and the 30-year, folks, up with conviction after rejecting lower price last week. The 10-year up 13 ticks at 124.27. 30-year up 25 at 138. When you talk about the yields on these, we're at 2.482 once again. King dollar down 42 ticks. King dollar got to a higher high today. Lighter volume. Bottom line, King dollar, you know, I suspect is going to be pulling back here. And the pullback, you know, a normal pullback in King dollar, we're at 85.72. Would get to 82.95. Get inside that, you get 82.99, 83.95. Sorry. You get inside that, it'll go down another point to 82.95. Euro, you go take a look at the euro out here. Euro, we're at 126. That's down from 140. She can bounce, dead cat bounce, by the way, on the euro, 129. That's how that little baby is setting up right now. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, in the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? High volatility, you get it all. You get it all in spades, too. We get down to a price point today of 1964, cash S&P. You close at 1978. You do volume of 650 million versus 630. You're still inside the lower range, which is the 1991. This bounce out here, the first level in the bounce gets you about 19... You can get into about 1991 again, which would be really sweet if we did that with light volume. Why? Because you get a very large A to B structure right now. Your A structure is 2009 rather, and your B is the 1964. So what you have there is what? That's 36. That's 45-point A to B structure. Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. What you have with the Dow? Dow Industrials down 41 today. Got to a price point of 16,934. The Dow continues to stay inside the lower range. That's the 17,171 level. And I suspect it will stay inside that lower range. The strength inside the Dow out here today was Intel, McDonald's. Intel was up 73 cents. McDonald's was up $1.53. Cisco was up 12 cents, and you had Pfizer up 5 cents. Taken away from the Dow Industrials, you had ExxonMobil off $1. GE was down 21 cents. Chevron was down 92, and you had Goldman Sachs down 129. Inside the NASDAQ composite, what we had is this. The composite flat market out here, up $6, down $6 really, but really a flat market. Light volume, and NASDAQ composite is also setting an ABC structure up on the way down. Inside the NDX 100, the 3 Qs, what we had is that the 3 Qs out here went up when 32 million shares versus going downtown on Thursday, which hasn't been tested yet, of 68 million shares. So that baby is one big number. That big number is telling me that we want to go south. 10 and 30-year bond, they got higher prices, and bottom line is that those higher prices are going to go a lot higher, and yields are going to go a lot lower. Let's go to Victor in Stoughton, Mass. Hey, Victor, what's going on?
Not much.
How you been?
Fine.
Good.
Tom, what do you think of Micron at this time?
Let's take a look. You got Micron Technology. That is up 67 cents. The low for the year is $16. The high is 34. Okay, so you have... Let me put this on a weekly right now. So you have a high out there that is at 34.85. You've hit 34.85 today, and we did 33 million shares. Last time we hit it, we hit with 30 million shares. If you own this, what I would do is see how this tested the next few days again, because it was going to test it. If you don't own it and looking to buy it, I wouldn't buy it, and I wouldn't sell it short either, because what you have is that the way that we pushed up last week, you pushed with volume. So on a weekly basis, folks, we pushed from $30 to $34.10. You did 160 million shares. Last time we were up here, we only did 143 million. So that's saying, Victor, that it wants to break that high up there. That's what it's saying.
I see. So you won't buy it here. You will wait for a pullback.
Yeah, the risk reward just doesn't work, because the buy would be like at $30, you know. And if it does break this, if it's an ABC up and it breaks it with volume, it's a large one, because the A point is 21, the B is 34.85, so you almost get 14 points. That would get you $44. Let me pull this back. Let me put this on a monthly for a second and see what's at $44. Interesting. Okay. 39. Jeez, unreal. Yeah, this is operating that, you know, very well could be an ABC structure on the way up, man. But I wouldn't buy it yet. You know, let this shake out, because that's That's how it's set up right now.
All right.
Okay, man.
All right, take care. Bye.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. 877-927-6648. So let's go over and look at Intel. Intel basically is kind of the same setup, folks. Both in the chip business. Intel right now is trading out at the 34.90, and on a weekly, you pushed in with 130 million shares. It's interesting. So Intel at 34.90 basically is going to need more volume versus Micron. Micron has the juice underneath it, and both of them basically staying at their highs, though. Inside the oil market out here, well, actually, let's go look at a couple of the commodities first. Inside the oil market, we have is this. You had crude oil today up 0.9%. Gasoline was up 3.5%. If we take a look at this crude oil, we're at 94.50 right now, and yeah, she just wants to test the tops of these levels. We did 243,000 contracts out here today, and that's pretty good volume, actually. So this is going to go out and test that 95.07 mark. We'll see what she can do when she's up at that level. The oil and gas sector, though, if you take a look at the XLE, is still in a sell in a pretty big way. It was only down 21 cents out here today, but what you're really doing is you're bouncing on lighter volume. We did 15 million shares versus 24 million on the way down. If you do take a look at ExxonMobil, Exxon couldn't get out of its own way out here today. That is one of the largest weighting structures inside there. Chevron is the second largest weighting structure. Exxon was down $1. Chevron was down 92 cents. And they both look like they want lower price. Apple off 64 cents at 100.11. Alibaba, what's going to be interesting here, and we get our man Chad from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Alibaba, this was the first day that you could trade options inside Alibaba, whether you're a bull or a bear. Bottom line is that you're going to see more volatility inside Alibaba. Thus far, it has been absolutely basically quiet. It's been a quiet market in Alibaba since it did go public. The spread on Alibaba, the low of the spread since they went public, the low has been 86.62. And the high was the first day it got off there. That got off at 90, well, it started at 92, I believe, went to 99. But if we exclude that first day, the range has been from 91 to 87. And they've kept it pretty good, by the way. GoPro, you talk about a short squeeze extraordinaire. This is pretty amazing. GoPro out here was up $8 today, almost another 9%. And you had juice behind the move, man. I mean, this is intense. GoPro, the shot position in GoPro now is 41.32%. Amazing. You stay right there, folks. Tigress, Amy Smith from IBD is going to be coming right back. Give us a rundown about what's happening over Investors Business Daily. We'll come right back.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials finished down 41. NASDAQ off 6.5. S&P's off 6.5. And as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the second hour, we have our Tigress, Amy Smith from IBD. And, folks, if you haven't either test drove the digital edition at investors.com, the print edition, Investors Business Daily, you can do that and take a choice right now. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can hit the banner on the right-hand side. You can take the choice whether investors.com for 2 weeks or the print edition delivered to your house each and every trading day. Well, including Saturdays. Amy Smith, what's going on?
Hey, Mr. Tom. Well, I'm good. I was up in San Francisco for a workshop over the weekend, had some Chinese food, walked around, had some fun, but I'm back to work today.
Back to work. I like it.
Back to work.
So, hey, let me ask you, what do you think of this volatility?
Yeah, this is really, it was good to see us come off of the lows here. There are two things.
Yeah.
So earlier this morning, the NASDAQ and the S&P lost the 50-day line again. And that was negative. Now, they regained them by the end of the day, which was good, and we came off of session lows. Obviously, the market was rattled. We had the pro-democracy protests. That really did spook the market. The Chinese government made it clear that, dissent would not be tolerated. And so, kind of some harsh words. It was nice to see everything, recover somewhat. But, sure. Let's face it, we're very technically weak. We have the new highs that we're taking a look at are a lot more, the lows that we have are a lot more than the new highs that we're getting in the market. So it's shaky. There's some good news. Our sector leader screen, which has, a lot of the top leaders on it. Okay. We still have 14 stocks on it. Now, usually when the market gets really rough, yes, that'll drop down to like 4 or 2.
And I guess we've had, you're saying we've had 6 distribution days in the NASDAQ, and anything over 5 is a problem, right? Is that?
It is.
Yeah. But not on the S&P yet. 3 on the S&P, right?
It is. That's the thing. You know, the S&P is holding up much better in terms of the heavy selling. But, you know, you can't negate it. We're definitely choppy. Things are definitely not, it's not easy to make money right now. We could certainly say that.
Now, so let's go back to the sector leaders again. So there's 14 stocks that are left there, right?
Right. And that's encouraging. That's a good thing. See, this is where the market is. That's why we're under pressure, but we're not really in a full correction yet because some of these leaders are holding up. And the fact that we still have these stocks we run for the earnings and sales and return on equity and technical action and all kinds of stuff, the fact that there's that many leaders that are still kind of hanging in there is a positive for the market.
And before we know it, we're going to kick off earnings again, which is just a total mind blower.
Well, and that, you know, everyone's been saying, you know, the market is uncertain. Well, we'll find out. You know, we start off in October the 8th. And you're right. We go through this whole cycle again, and then we get closer to the, you know, maybe the Santa Claus rally. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see these next couple of weeks how things shake out.
And Facebook continues at highs, right?
Well, what was interesting about Facebook is they've gotten the final approval, and I didn't realize it. You know, my daughter was in Europe, and she said that everybody's using WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And it's the texting thing. So they finally got the European antitrust regulators saying that, okay, they have clearance, they can go through with the sale. The other thing, can you make sense of this for me, Tom? Facebook also said they've reached out to YouTube, to their top content producers, inviting them to test videos on Facebook's platform. Now, doesn't Google own the YouTube content?
Yes.
So how can Facebook invite YouTube to post on Facebook and not with Google owning them? How can they do that?
Well, you could post both. Like what would end up happening is that, you know, we post every day. Like every show's on, you're on every day, right?
Right.
What would end up happening is that we could post on Facebook. We can post wherever we want. There's a lot of other sites that pick up what we have.
Okay.
So as long as the producer of the content would want to do it, and I suspect most folks that own the content would do it. Why not? You know what I mean?
Why not? It's another way to promote your whatever it is that you're doing. Yeah.
Right.
Why not? Why not post it on Facebook?
And what does happen, and this is what is amazing. I remember, folks, when... So picture this. I'll give you kind of a rundown on the Facebook deal because we've been on the, not Facebook, I mean the Google, the YouTube deal. At the beginning of YouTube, folks, you know, you picture something. Now we do 10 hours of live programming. At that point, when they were beginning, I think it was 4 or 5. But what ended up happening is that we used to pay, and then all of a sudden Google, when they come over and say, no, you don't have to pay anymore. You can do as much as you want. So the whole business transaction had changed because they hold all our content, and we don't have to pay for them holding our content, okay?
Okay.
So that gets, but well, listen to this. This gets even more bizarre. And to this point, Google still doesn't care how many other links that we give out anyone else to that because, see, they're still making money on firing ads off because they still are the content holder. So even if Facebook does it, bottom line, Google will still make money on the deal. It's intriguing because I've watched it and I say, this is wild, man, how this works, you know?
Wow, that's really crazy because you would think that then maybe that content that goes over to Facebook, now Facebook puts up a mobile ad or an ad if you're on a laptop, whatever, and Facebook's going to try to monetize that. But you're saying Google doesn't care because they get money because every time it's posted, they're getting ad revenue.
They'd be getting ad revenue, but I expect that what you will see, just as you said, is that Facebook will turn around and fire off their own ad. See, because it's separate than the actual content. Like if you were listening to our interview tonight, right? Well, what ended up happening is that interview is coming on, Google will be throwing stuff out at it. If it's on AOL or somewhere else, they'd be throwing stuff at it. Everyone's throwing stuff at it. That's what it comes down to. But I know.
Now, I have another question for you, though. How much do you buy? You're on a Facebook, you're on Twitter, you're on whatever. You get hit with an ad. Are you buying stuff?
No. And this is a great question. And, folks, I know this upside down because when I'm selling advertising, Amy and folks, what blows my mind is that the amount of advertising that actually does get sold that I think is useless, and Facebook's making a fortune on it, it's huge, and I don't think folks buy it. What you have, though, is this. So watch how this works. You have large multinationals, and that we're dealing with them, okay, because we're dealing with large companies that have billions of dollars in advertising, and they're the ones that place the ads, right?
Okay.
they all work off a spreadsheet, and all that matters is that they are getting 15% of the amount of money that's spent. So it's their job to convince all the large companies of the world that, hey, this is working.
Okay.
And it's a crazy business. I'm telling you, it drives me crazy because because of the fact that I've looked at these spreadsheets, because they'll give us spreadsheets and tell us what we have to go against.
Right,
and then when I look at it, I'm saying to myself, man, this is nothing. Okay, and what you're going against, folks, you're going against robots firing ads off. You're going against places in Russia that are just hitting all day long, places in India that are hitting all day long. I mean, the amount of money, and this is a statistic inside the Advertising Bureau. They think the amount of money wasted on digital ads is running 35 to 40%. It's that intense.
Wow.
Meaning fraudulent. So it's a bummer. It's a bummer being in the middle of it, because we know that in our case we're small enough that that's not the case, but it's pretty intense.
Well, that's it, but it is. So all of this stuff is fascinating, and the fact that Facebook is now, they're cleared to buy WhatsApp, it just means that, because WhatsApp is such a huge deal. When my daughter was in Europe, everybody's using it.
And I think that the texting thing is a big deal, no doubt.
Yeah, I do too.
That's huge. Listen, Amy, thank you so much. Have a great week, safe week. And folks, come over to our website at TFNN, hitinvestors.com. You can check it out right here, right now. Have a great one, Amy. Look forward to speaking next Monday.
You too, okay.
Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days, unconditionally, so there's no risk to you, other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments. And whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials finished down at 41. NASDAQ was off 6. S&Ps are off 7. As we do each and every Tuesday at 35 past the second hour, we have our man, Mr. Chad Coco from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Chad, folks, has the best option show on the planet. It's right here every Tuesday, 12 noon to 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can get all the programming, and that program in particular, right on your cell phone at tfnn.mobi. Don't forget, folks, we do live programming every trading day from 8 in the morning, 6 in the evening. If you haven't test drove the Thinkorswim platform yet, you can do it right here, right now. Come over to our website at TFNN, hit the Thinkorswim banner on the top or on the side, bring it up. You can trade with funny money. I use it each and every trading day, whether I'm trading options, equities, futures, or currencies. It's all in one platform. Outstanding platform. Chad Coco, what's going on?
How's it going?
Going great, man. You having a good day?
Yeah, it's pretty good for me.
Well, hey, check this out, man. I know you gave us the heads up last week that Alibaba was going to start trading in the option market.
Yep,
and you know, I was watching this all day, and you know what blew my mind? Folks, this is just an absolute mind blower. That you can go out to 2017, but it blew my mind how many options actually traded on the 2017s. It's like, oh my God. I mean,
yeah, there is volume all the way across the board.
All the way across. That was my question. So right across the board. So you guys are going to do a lot of business, whether it's a bull or a bear on this baby. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, it's a good time to trade options anyways. So it's nice to see people are probably either hedging their positions or maybe taking new positions in these options.
Yes, and, you know, when we look at it, really, even premium-wise, it wasn't that bad out here today, right?
No, yeah. Before they were priced, we were expecting a much higher volatility on these options, but there's really not much. So 30% is pretty low for an IPO.
That's what I thought, man, because, you know, I've seen Apple trade at higher premiums than this.
Right, exactly.
Isn't that crazy, man? That's yeah.
I also noticed there wasn't a leaning call or put side either. There wasn't really much of a bias in that, which was also kind of nice to see in an IPO. So who knows really where it's going to go? I guess that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I guess in your business, that's what everyone's going to be watching, right?
Right.
What's the skew, and you know, if in fact is someone basically coming into a large position, whether buying or selling a huge call or put spread, right, or basically just putting on a hedge, period, or speculating that, right?
Exactly, yeah. So we're looking for large block trades or a lot of volume, a lot of open interest in one particular series.
Yeah, one particular series. So we have the VIX. We got a little action in right now. You know, that's no doubt, you know, basically moved with some velocity both ways, mind you.
Sure did, yeah. So that's building a lot of premium into these options. So gives a lot of options to sell, a lot of premium to collect on some of our trades.
You know, as we, you know, October 1st, okay, basically, well, it is Wednesday. September normally has been a bad month in the marketplace. This month, no doubt, not even close. It was interesting today. Oppenheimer came out and said that they think with volatility coming back in the marketplace, they think it's good for the markets. And I was cracking up, Chad, when I was reading that. I'm saying to myself, you know, it's the one word in the English dictionary that I do understand. If you read the dictionary, it can go up or down, but it seems like in the marketplace, volatility means you're going down.
Well, so that's the way that the VIX is generally viewed. Not necessarily always the case. So the VIX can still go up even if the market's going up. It's really just big movements in the market, which cause that.
Right. And then it would be dollar markets that cause that to basically start moving downtown again, right? Meaning lower, right?
Right, yeah. So a big move where uncertainty going forward in the market. So market makers trying to hedge potential risk in their future. That's what would cause the VIX to shoot up and the volatility to increase. Sure.
And inside, you know, I know you guys at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim can get to see quite a bit. What is the feeling inside, not inside per se TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim, but on the customer platforms? I mean, you guys got a couple great chat rooms in there. What is the general feeling, you know, as to where we are right now?
So we actually have an index that we run based on looking at our clients' portfolios. Our clients are moving from a more bullish standpoint into a more neutral. Still not really bearish quite yet, but not as bullish as we were, say, 2 months ago. Yeah. As you could expect.
No, that's good to know, though, man. I know. It's and as for the retail trader, the retail trader is back, right?
Yeah, definitely are.
Has been back for a long time, too, right?
Yeah, definitely actively trading. We're seeing there's always a little bit of a downturn this time of month or this time of the year in trading, but we're on par, if not above, our average for looking back the last, I don't know, 5 years or so.
Yeah. There's no doubt, and we've talked about this before, that it is amazing that when you're talking penny-wide spreads inside the option market for, you know, now we're talking, well, the SPYs are 197 and the Qs are at 98, or, you know, the IWM's at 111, you can save quite a bit and have less risk by being in that option market.
You definitely can. You get a lot more bang for your buck.
You know, it's wild. And folks, you know, the option market in general over the last 20, 25 years, well, let's say 20 years, if you happen to be a professional in the business, like Chad is Thinkorswim, or you have a broker-dealer, it's always been, you know, for some reason, now, who is the regulator for the option market? Is it the CBOE or is it?
Well, so FINRA still manages.
FINRA, okay. So it always cracked me up that when you would look at the option market, folks, for some reason they thought that they had heavier regulations in the option market than they did in the equity market. That was my perception anyway, right? And I was saying to myself, this is crazy that you could have an option that, you know, you put on for $100 or $200, but yet you can put on an equity position for $100,000, and there were tougher regulations. Do you know what I mean? It just kind of whacked out. And it's still like that, right? Is it still like that, or is that changed?
Well, you can still get a lot more. I'm not really sure how you're trying to word that, but you can get a lot more out of your options trading than you would on the stock trade.
I understand that, but the risk disclosure for the options was always heavy. That's my point. The risk.
Oh yeah. So there's definitely a lot more wording and hoopla around trading your options than you ever would see for the stock, and they're not necessarily any more risky. So if you buy your options, you have your maximum loss on that.
Right.
It's the same as buying stock.
Yeah, that's what cracked me up. And I guess the public and professionals caught on after it so long that, you know, you can put an option trade on for so much money, because it's always the case of how much you can lose, not how much you can win when you're trading any vehicle. You know, so the defined risk is pretty cool, man. No doubt.
Definitely is.
Listen, folks, tomorrow, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. You can get the audio. You want to get the video, see Chad's Charts, the platform, the TD Ameritrade platform, he goes through the strategies, and they're dynamite strategies, folks, whether you're a bull or a bear. You can take the choice. They're very good at the education process. The platform is dynamic, it's fast, and it's always up. Chad, you have a great night, safe night, and we look forward to the show tomorrow.
Yeah, you as well. Happy to be there.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. 877-927-6648. Let's go to Pat in Framingham. Hey, Pat, what's going on?
Oh, hi, Tom. I'm just looking for a good entry price on Mobileye, MBLY.
Let's take a look. It's a Mobileye. They provide advanced image sensing and processing technologies for the automobile applications. I guess this is the driverless cars, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So the low is 31, the high is 58, and it looks like they make money right now, which is just a total mind blower. I guess it's, yeah, they're not losing money, I guess. They take in $35 million per quarter. This is evidently an IPO that just come out, I guess. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it come out on the 31st, and it come out at $25, and it's already got up 100%. Oh my God. Okay, so you know, needless to say, you have volume out here today. I mean, you're just gonna have to wait for a retracement, and you're at 54.74, and this looks like it's gonna go after its high, which is 58.90. Excuse me, 58.61 first.
Okay.
The real question is going to be, is that an ABC up right off the bat? Okay. I would wait, Pat, so on a daily basis, this is what you have. We're at 54.74. Today we did 9 million shares. That swing high that it's into right now has 20 million. So I give you both of them. If it breaks it with volume, then it's almost like, the money management doesn't work, because your A point is 32, your B is 58, so you get 26, 56, 76, no, 46, 56, 66, 72. That's interesting. So that would say that, yeah, you can go to 72. If you get up to the 58.61, you fail. Then what you would be doing is you're waiting for that pullback, because it did operate really good today. And that pullback would probably just bring it back into this where it started from today, which is the $49 area.
Okay.
Okay, have a great one. Have a safe one.
You too, thanks.
877-927-6648. Some of the Dow stocks. American Express was off 42 cents. Exxon was off $1. You had Oxy down 112. IBM was off 42. You had Honeywell up 23. Big Mac was up $1.52. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. 877-927-6648. Dow finished down 41. Nasdaq off 6.5. S&P's off 7.5. We're going to be right back.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finished down at 41, NASDAQ off 6.5, S&P's off 7, and Ford Motor Company, folks, they just basically took this out to the cleaners. The thing that's very unusual about this is that Ford was given a presentation, basically it started about 11 o'clock this morning, 12 o'clock rather. And at 3 o'clock, bottom line is that, and this is material information, but bottom line is that Ford come out and, bottom line said that they thought they were not going to basically get their profit objectives made, and in fact, it was going to come in at the low end. Well, they took Ford apart. Ford went from $16.33 down to $14.83. It closed out at $15.70. $15.11 rather, and then what did end up happening? So that was at 3 o'clock. Now that in itself, just that move in itself, folks. Okay, in one day, the high volume swing low that Ford had is $14.40. That is with 279 million shares on a weekly. Well, it's just Monday, and it's already have 82 million shares. So this is going to be problematic, bottom line, for Ford in general. It looks like Ford's going to try to run down to 1288. And then after the close, bottom line is that Ford did come across and said, just after the close of the market right now, that they will not achieve their 2014 profit goals, and they see their pre-tax profit coming in at $6 billion. Ford Motor Company said we're on pre-tax profit of $6 billion this year, missing its goal of $7 to $8 billion. So it's a big number, and they just fired away at Ford. I mean, if you want to take a look at the amount of shares that got thrown at that market, when, in fact, right at that 3 o'clock mark, it's pretty intense. You had 50,000, 50,000. These are the largest trades that we're getting done there. And they're all 50, 100,000 shares at a time. Right at the close, they were selling 1.7 million of them. Thus far, we're at $15.11. That's what it closed at. It traded at $15.04. It's going to be interesting to see, in fact, what comes of this tomorrow morning, because that was material information. But the bottom line is that it came out intraday, and whoever was at that, I'm not sure whether it was just a presentation, but you could all day long inside Ford, starting at about let's see, 2 o'clock. Yeah, okay, so it started Ford. Well, it was their Investor Day conference. So, I guess, they probably have it online. So I see what's going on. So it was an Investor Day conference, and I suspect that when you have those folks, you also have those online. So bottom line is that everyone that wanted to get that information could have got that information at the same time. Big hit. There's no two ways about that. If we go over to GM, just to look at GM for a second. So, interesting. Watch this. They hit GM at the same time, didn't they? They did. As soon as that Ford information come out, GM was down 95 cents, also with volume. Yep. It took, if you want to see something, so it took another half hour to hit GM. Ford got hit at 3 o'clock. GM got hit at 3:30. And if we do take this and we put this on this is GM now. We put GM on a weekly basis. GM is also going after its swing low. They're all going to operate the same way. They're going after the swing low in GM is 31.70. That volume for a week has 158 million. GM might not make it. GM only has 19 million. But there's no doubt that that's saying that let's go look at Toyota for a second and see what happened with Toyota. So Toyota last night in Tokyo is up 35 cents. And the difference with Toyota, of course, and if you happen to be watching my screen, look at Toyota's at highs. Yeah, Toyota has a high volume high at 6,800 yen. I got the Nikkei up. So let me put this on a monthly for a second, because what you do have is that Toyota, whole different ball game, and this is with juice, and this is why, because what ends up happening is that the correlation inside the yen dollar versus the U.S. dollar makes it hugely profitable for Toyota as an industrialist dealing with a currency, number one, that's going down, meaning getting weaker on price, which is the yen, and selling into the U.S. market, which is a huge market for Toyota, and getting more dollars, more U.S. dollars. Toyota right now looks like, that's a big one, 2,800 to, it's 4,000 yen, which would bring you to 9,200 yen, which would take it to the high of 2007. Let me bring this back to 2015. I have to bring this out further. This is going to be interesting, because what this is saying right now, the way Toyota is set up, Toyota looks like, and you not only have an ABC structure on the way up, but it looks like that it could get over its highs, period. I just brought this back 25 years, and the high was in 2007 at 8,300 yen. Yeah, this is action. So watch. If we go over and look at the yen for a second, and this is why you want to wrap your head around currencies in general, folks. And when you're doing this, you got to start off with one currency at a time. You know, because I remember when I first did this years ago, it's not confusing. Well, it's confusing if you try to do 3 or 4 currencies at the same time to understand how they work, meaning because they're most inverted correlations of the dollar. You know, when the dollar is going down, they're going up. When the dollar is going up, they're going down. So if you take one at a time and just wrap your head around that country, number one, what they do, meaning what their production is, then you can get a better understanding of how currencies actually move. So if we take a look at this yen on a much longer basis, what you have out here is that the yen right now is at 109. You know, it broke topside, so the yen's going to 75. 1 second. Yeah, it's 25 bucks. Yeah, we're going for $1.25. You're going to the next swing point. The next swing point brings you up to 2007. You go to the next swing point at 125. That gets it even weaker. And then what opens wide opened. Oh, this is interesting. Let me just do this for a second, because I think what was wide open right now, I think it just broke everything. Whoops, wrong one. Hit that one. I'll do this quick. I need this quick. Yeah, it looks to me, the yen's going a lot higher, meaning getting a lot weaker. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking it right here tomorrow. Go get them, folks.